And also, I'll be talking more about your forecast, but heading into tomorrow morning with those clear skies, our temperatures will be falling overnight. So starting off for your Tuesday, upper 50s around 8 a.m., quickly warming up to the mid 60s by 10. But after that, it's going to be even warmer. I'll be talking.
Well, let's go outside here locally where we continue just to have Chamber of Commerce weather out there. So beautiful, not a cloud in sight. It was a beautiful weekend as well. Meteorologist Jennifer Lambers is here to talk about the forecast. I mean, maybe just a little bit warm.
Yeah,
but really you can't complain.
That's exactly right. Our temperatures, they are staying above average for where we should be this time of year. But hey, I mean, it's beautiful conditions out there for anyone wanting to head down to the beach.
That sounds like a great idea.
Exactly. And I mean, if anything, the water temperatures are cooler than the air temperature. They're resting in the mid 70s. Meanwhile, our air temperature, mid 80s. But the good news is that we still have plenty of sunshine out there. Very minimal cloud cover, if any, making an appearance. We'll start to introduce a few more clouds heading into tomorrow. But the good news, in case you do have any of those Monday evening plans, you have some of those sports practices heading into tonight. Those conditions, they are going to be looking nice out there. Looking in just a little bit closer, I mean, look at all that sunshine. That's just going to be some clutter down by the radar. No rain out there at this time. Temperatures right now just resting in the upper 70s, the lower to mid 80s. And we will actually be a bit warmer heading into tomorrow and the next few days. But the good news with those clear skies, we'll continue to drop some of those temperatures later on this evening, introducing those upper 60s once we get closer towards 8 p.m. So again, any of those Monday night plans, they're looking great. We'll only continue to tumble later on this evening. Our inland spots, even looking at a decent shot to see the upper 40s overnight. However, we still have to deal with some of those daytime highs. Not getting the memo that we are at the end of October. On average, we should be in the upper 70s. Not quite seeing that. Mid 80s will continue throughout the remainder of the week. But coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to be talking more about your forecast, what you can expect for the days ahead of us, tracking the tropics, and I'll even have a look at your 10-day outlook that takes us well into next week, getting us a little glimpse closer towards Halloween. All of those details coming up soon. Shelby. Taking another look at your forecast, and here is a live view outside right now from our Admiral camera, brought to you by Eastern Shore Toyota and Hyundai. Beginning to see a nice view out there. Traffic moving smoothly out on I-10. A little congestion in case you are approaching closer towards that eastbound travel heading into Wallace Tunnel. But just a reminder, right now is a great time to download the Fox 10 weather app. That way you can stay updated with the forecast, especially with everything that we have going on. Things here, they're calm, they're quiet. That's what we're seeing on satellite and radar. But zooming out just a little bit further, it's a different story further off towards really the southeast. Not only do we have a tropical storm, but also almost the entire Florida peninsula under small craft advisories and seeing more of those high surf warnings. So still seeing some of those impacts to the local beaches there. Not seeing any of that here, but let's go ahead and talk more about your forecast and tracking Tropical Storm Oscar. Now, those sustained winds currently 40 miles per hour, and it is moving north-northwest at 7 miles per hour, located just further towards the west-northwest of Cuba. But Oscar is expected to continue on that west-northwest travel, or really, sorry, towards that northeast travel. There we go, pushing further away from the states and going to be approaching on the central portion there of the Caribbean, and then towards the end of the week, getting closer towards Bermuda. But something to point out here, that strength just continuing as a tropical storm. Now, other than that, the tropics, they're quiet at this time. Our local beaches, they're quiet. Seeing a beautiful view down in Orange Beach so far for this evening. And the recur risk over the next few days continuing to stay low by tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, with that water temperature even cooler than the air temperature. Now, coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to talk more about your forecast. I'll have a look at your 10-day outlook that even gives us a little glimpse at Halloween. All of that's coming up soon. Shelby.